hope everyone had a good weekend. Mine was pretty reasonable, actually. Pretty reasonable on the sales front and pretty reasonable on the social front. We, Saturday afternoon, went to so let me get this right, it's the oldest working pub in Reading. And because I thought it was a different pub, and I didn't think it was as old as this. This is a pub that I used to go to years ago, and it's been completely like gentrified. It's been poshed up, but it was lovely sitting in their garden on Saturday afternoon. It's expensive as well, but you know. But when I used to go there on a Sunday night and for a quiz, and they would bring the sandwiches around at half time. I absolutely loved it. So that was the sort of pub it used to be, and now it's, I can't remember, it's some famous chef's chain or something. 16th century, this pub was, the main part of the pub was built 16th century. I was like, fab, that's great. Good morning, Chris. Morning, Jill. Morning then. Yeah, so that was good. And so actually, if the traffic noise gets too much, let me know and I'll shut the door. All right, Neil? Saturday evening, I could literally hit, because this road is great because we've got one pub there and one pub there, like at either end of the road. And they have bands down there, and so do they. And they had a covers band playing up there. Could hear them. It was so good. So we popped up for a drink there and just all the stuff you like. So that was great. Good morning, RJ. How was your weekend? Stuff going on up there. So yeah, I'll show you my sales, which are just from Saturday afternoon, Sunday, because I did Connie did parcel run for me Saturday afternoon. And I'll show you what I picked up at the boot yesterday. But yeah, I was just sitting, and I've mentioned this before about reselling confidence. Great weekend, lovely. Yeah, really good, RJ. I was just going over my socials this morning. Good morning, Catherine. Hope you're well. Yeah, I was just thinking about it because I had quite a nice sale that I'll show you. And yeah, reselling confidence. I've thought about this before. Because you can pick something up. You know how like sometimes you go, how did so-and-so get those prices? I just can't get them. But it's like you have to have the confidence to know the worth of something. Well, which is, I guess, it's a knowledge thing. To know, no, this is worth this, and that's what I'm going to put it on at. And if I get lowballed, I'm hanging out because I'm confident it will sell for around this price. So, yeah, I was thinking about that this morning. And also having the confidence, because I think all of us get really knocked, all that it takes is a bit of a slow patch. And you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Even though you might be doing it for years and years, I'm not sure I can do this anymore. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to source the stock anymore. I don't think it's as viable. Or I just don't think, like I can do this on eBay anymore. And I do it. Like, it only takes one slow day for me to think, like, knock my confidence. And it only takes one juicy sale for my confidence to go right back up and go, oh yeah, I can do this. Which is, maybe not everybody's as impulsive as me, but that's how I am. It's even though, you've got a track record, but it's still, I'd say every week I have a confidence crisis of confidence. Is that right? And recently as well, I've been thinking, which is ridiculous, we're in the height of the boot season, and I should just be lapping it up and enjoying it. But instead, in the back of my mind, I'm going, oh, I wonder when this will go onto the boot, and what am I going to do in the winter, and how am I going to source? Which is, well, it's the way I am, I suppose. It's ridiculous. But I feel like some people would say it's pessimistic, I'd say it's realistic. And also it does force me to think, well, how am I going to source in the winter, and what's the plan? So RJ sent out my t-shirt sale on Etsy, £2 into £2 into £245, still buzzing. on Etsy. What t-shirt was that? Did you put that on Insta and I've missed it? Blooming, well done. No, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I'm kind of the other way on pricing at the moment. I recently feel like lots of my stuff is overpriced. But there is the route you can go down of overpricing as well. It's a balance. Overpriced, since prices have dropped in the last year or so. Yeah, definitely got to keep your eye on the prices. And you know how vintage, and well, a lot of sites sell that, you know, when you're listing something and they'll say, oh, by the way, this thing you've listed for £25 usually sells for £5. That's not totally accurate, because obviously it's in their interest for you to price it low to get it sold quickly. So you've also got to have that confidence of really knowing the worth and keeping on top of your prices totally. So I'm clearing a lot of stuff that probably, if I hadn't have had my vintage crisis, if eBay fees hadn't skyrocketed on jewellery, if a lot of things hadn't happened, I would still carry on merrily picking up all the stuff that I'm having to clear now, because I think I was deluded in thinking they were worth more than they are. So, like, you'll see some stuff going out where if I can get tenner back, then I know I've definitely got my money back. If I can make 13, I'm like, well, at least I've made a profit, but I wouldn't obviously pick those up in the future. Wow, RJ, a single stitch Beatles tee. Just a single stitch Beatles tee. I wouldn't have even, because I'd have just thought there were so many produced. I feel like if there was something that I would look at that's not jewellery, it's t-shirts, because what with Jamie, can't remember his surname, is it Sully's Doodah? What's he been on? Has he been on Nick and Andrea's? I know he's in the Tevin Sports Group. Someone's interviewed him recently. Oh, he was on Warder's. Warder's Clobber thing. He's like a master of vintage t-shirts. So if you're, I was trying to say, if you're not following him, I don't think he does tube or anything. Go and have a look at Warder's Clobber if you're into vintage t-shirts anyway. I think that would interest me, definitely. But yeah, brilliant, well done. Neil, but mentally I begrudge dropping prices because they used to sell for X in the past. Yeah, really hard to get out to let that go, isn't it? And it's still top quality gear. Yeah, there's a ring going out where I thought I feel like somebody's got a good deal on that, but yeah, better to have the money back in the pot and reinvest it in the stuff that is going to get the better prices. Look at me sounding more positive in the future. And this is the thing, isn't it? Reselling, you've got to keep on top of it. You've really got to. It's not even. Definitely like fashions of what's. I'm not talking like high fashion on the street. I'm talking about what's popular right now in anything. I can't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, just what people are buying and what it's worth at the moment. RJ, there we go. Sold another tee from 2003 on Vinted for 30. Is this a new area for you, RJ, or have you always done a bit of the t-shirts? Or you've really made me want to start looking through t-shirts now. I'll do some research later. Yeah. So I think that's all I've got to say about that. That was just a thought I was having this morning about confidence. So last week, I got back on Monday night from holiday. Over the week, I listed, how many did I list? 65 across eBay and Vinted. So pretty reasonable, but I've decided just now that I'm not going to go on numbers. I'll probably change my mind next week, I'm not going on numbers of how much I've listed. I've got to switch it up to quality over quantity. I've just got to. or, well, I said this last week actually, or it's got to be mentally cheap so that it makes that decent profit. I guess, so we could classify quality as in a quality profit. Yeah, that works. And I've got to hit myself over the head to remember that. So, I'll do what's going out, and then I'll show you what I picked up yesterday. And there's a choice necklace that I picked up yesterday. But the guy that sold it to me, he's normally in Chiswick, and he said it was only because his mate turned up. It's a later start boot that I go to on a Sunday, 9:30 start, which is brilliant. He said it was only because his mate turned up late that he wasn't at Chiswick, and he was at that. And I was like, oh God, come back. He had nice stuff, and he gave me good prices. Well, I'm dashing back to Peter's live now. Oh, is just loads of people live. Yeah, fair enough. See you later. Have a lovely week, you as well now. So Vinegar Jar's on, and I saw Tommy Trade's on as well. Although I'm thinking Tommy Trade, maybe we have different people popping in. I don't know. Anyway, if you're interested in jewellery, you can always watch back. So what am I doing? Oh yeah, what's going out? Ooh. Let's just move some of my equipment out of the way. What's going out? Right, let's get my labels and then I can be with you. So, actually a piece of clothing. Oh my God, I've just given up on this. It is up in about January, and I didn't list it straight away. I tried it on Vinted, and it's one of those old brands that, I don't know, has probably changed. It's High Use, Claire Campbell. I've got two of these kinds of jackets, but they are a small size. Paid £12.50 each. Put it away. I mean, it's lush, but there's something to it, a bit different. Just weren't selling, and I had it on much lower, trying to clear it on Vinted. And then recently, with the eBay offering the free fees for clothing on your private account, I was like, right, let's try it on there then. And it sold for £40 plus shipping. So, awesome. Even if I say, right, that covers the cost of the other one now. £12.50. Even if I said that, it would still be a £15 profit across the two, which is great because I hate clothes hanging around. I don't mind buying them if they go quick, but they get right under my skin when they hang around, so I was chuffed to bits with that one. Yeah, £12.50 to £40. What's next up? I have got some literally little Wentworths. 5 of those, and I haven't written down what they went for. That's useful. It was on my, I think they went for 22. They were on my Vinted. I think I had them on the bay as well. Yeah, pretty sure I did. They're little ones. I think I got these from Fate Rachel. So I said she just had, I think they were from her. She had loads stacked up, and I said, we love doing them. Like, if you want, she wasn't listing them, these little ones. I said, we'll take them. So they're only 75 pieces, just little ones. But yeah, we love these. So 22 for those. What's next? What we got here? It's not going to show me, is that? Oh, I've got something where I haven't written down what it is, so that's useful. Right, the citrine ring, silver. So this is a vintage. Lovely, and that's quite a vintage style, quite thin, but £13 to clear. It's a lovely ring, but I would say not what people are going for, particularly at the moment. I don't find citrine flying out the door. So another clearance one. I'm clearing a lot of rings. So we have that one. What have we got next? This one. So this was a vintage, and this is it a vintage? No, wrong one, hang on. Oh, that's probably this one then. No. Here we go. This was eBay. Full fees. Didn't pay to promote. It sold for £18 plus shipping, and it's a really chunky ring. I really like it, but didn't sell on Vinted. I had to stick it over on eBay. Went for £18 plus shipping with full fees, £3.15, a label of £2.70. Ended up with £15.65 before cost of goods. So probably a profit. Yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't have paid more than £10 so a profit, but I feel it's worth more than that, so that's a bargain for that person. What's up next? Buckle ring, these are great. Just vintage buckle rings, you've probably seen that sort of thing. Went on Vinted for 16, I think that's about right. I had it on for 20, got loads, so much interest, loads of lowball offers, and then somebody came back with 16, and it's quite a thin one. It's not full UK hallmarks, it's just like silver stamped or sterling stamped, they usually are. So £16 on that. Another 17-inch chain, went for £7. That's the last of these ones. I got like about 6 of them for £1, just in a bag, and well, less than £1 it was. And I've been selling them for like £6 or £7 each. It's been blooming brilliant, those. I've been collecting clothing a lot this year, just started listing them, always done a few bits. Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got to have you must have to, like with anything, wade through a hell of a lot of t-shirts to find those bangers, but worth it. This is a clearance, little geometric band. I just went for a tenner, so money back in the pot. Vinted, that was. A spinner, so sterling silver, brass. There may have been more rings or whatever on this because they tend to break eventually, the spinny bits, which is what I think this one was, and I'm just wearing it as a wide band. Went for £13, that's all good. Tiger's Eye. This is Tester silver, but no silver stamps. £12 accepted on that. I think that's reasonable. You know, people like a stamp, so happy with that. Sold a few no stamp but Tester silver bits off last week. This one, Kit Heath. We know Kit Heath, don't we? The Devon-based brother and sister. So UK silver. They've got KH and a number usually on the back, which says when they were made. So little cross, this went on the bay. Wouldn't have paid much for this. Went for £16.50 plus shipping, and I ended up with £14.36. Is that right? Maybe that is right. I don't know if that was on an offer or not. That can't be right because I'd have, oh yeah, plus shipping. So I had the label of £2.70. Yeah, £14.36 back before cost of goods. That profit would have been all right. Oh, this is the, no. I think I'm missing one here. I don't know what that is. There's something else that went for £21.50 apparently. Oh, no, it is this. So I showed you this on the pickup from last week's boot and said I got this for £1 because I thought that looks like silver. It was in with another bit of costume. She said, oh yeah, you can just get out and look. And yeah, well happy. And this is the boot, isn't it? This is treasure hunting. Got it for £1. Sold for £21.50 plus shipping on eBay. Full fees of £3.61. Label £2.70. But because of the £1 cost of goods, Yes, I've got a good £17 profit on that, and that is good enough for me. Right, the banger. Well chuffed with this, well chuffed. RJ, Etsy just £640 sales this weekend. Nice sale on the coat. Oh, yeah, I think my Saturday, Sunday were like 60 odd pounds, but Friday was like 175 or something turnover on eBay, and then I'm already over 100 today. So overall, it's working just. I can't quite believe it. It's working all right. Yeah, this is the thing. Whenever you think you've cracked it, it goes south. But there you go. Check out this ring. Isn't that gorge? Oh, now that is the stuff I want to be picking up. Now I actually got this off of the V. I paid £21 because it's gorgeous. Is it? Let me just check if this is signed. So it's silver. So it's Native American design. No, it's not signed or anything. But yeah, I paid £21, and it sold on eBay on the promotional offer on fees. So the fees were only £2.82. Oh, sold for £55 plus shipping. Thanking you. Promo fees of £2.82. Label, I've gone for a big label because I want this packaged up a bit in like shoebox size. I mean, it's not going to be a shoebox, but more than a padded envelope. So £3.39 for the label, and before cost of goods, I end up with £52.79. So there is a good £30 profit on that. And I mean, that's when I'm worrying about, well, what will I do in the winter? Well, try and find stuff like this and try hard. Because when I think about some of the bits I've had, like the orno ring that I put on my Insta, some of the bits I've had off of vintage, just, I'm sure we all have, just stunning. Hello, John. Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, just that's my favourite sale of the weekend. Well, that was this morning, actually. Yeah, so I'm feeling confident at the moment. I'll quickly show you what I picked up at the boot yesterday. Oh, we're doing, yeah, trying to get this done in half an hour. Anyone else had any juicy sales this weekend apart from RJ? So this is what I got from the boot yesterday. The girls came with me, got loads of bargain bits of clothes and bags and stuff. They were chuffed to bits. Oh, and we got some, oh God, the fruit and veg seller at the boot. Really, we bought strawberries and he tried his melon. Not a euphemism. It just tastes so it tastes like homegrown. It doesn't taste like it's flown in from somewhere. It's actually, well, it's probably local stuff, I suppose, as in the UK. So I spent £134 of the boot, got 175 grams of silver. So on weight alone, I'm happy. I'll show you the highlights. I won't bore you with all of it. But I didn't buy any rings. I bought a lot of chains, which are now going to be tangolaed up. So we've got this. I didn't want the crystal, but he said I'll just have it for free. I said how much just for the chain. So chains, 2 chains. Let's give a count actually. I did buy this pendant, however, because I think that is absolutely lush. I don't know if that's coral in there. Looks like it's got some age from the same guy. Bought this just from one stall separately. Nice little box chain, enamelled butterfly, all silver for £5. Happy with that. Got lots of, given that the chains are selling so well, if I can get them cheap enough, I will flip them onto the V. So more chains, one with a cross. Well, Chain City here. I've got to be a bit careful with the V that I don't get rumbled again and don't flag up on their bot list. Wow, I did buy a lot of chains. No, bracelet, necklace, another bracelet. That's a slightly more interesting. That's just an oval link, a bit heavier. And then, so all of those. This was a bargain. Another box chain, which I got for 50p, and it's silver. Again, I actually had it in a thing labelled, all of our stuff was labelled, and I'm starting to realise, like, even when I see a load of costume, I've got to go and have a look, because sometimes, I don't know where they get it from, but they'll put something like that in as costume, 50p, and I'm like, I'm sure that looks like silver. Yes, it is. And given that other one just sold for like 20 quid, and there must be £15 profit in that. Just because the cost of goods is so cheap. So that quality profit, I'm okay with that. More chains. You see a little theme here. Whoa, another one. Right, a nice bracelet. What link is that? Ooh, bit of a paperclip link going on there. That's nice, a bit more weighty. And then, another absolute steal. This, again, like tarnished as, really nice cuff bangle. And it's with all the costume, and I thought, that really looks like silver to me. So I asked how much, 50p? Well, just when they say that and I think it looks like silver, I just take the punt, take it, and then needs a good clean up. But there is 95 on one of the ends. Oh my God, can't go wrong. Right, so the really lush stuff that I got from this guy that unfortunately sells at Chiswick. This absolutely gorgeous bracelet. And do you know what? It's stamped inside with Orvis, and I'm like, Orvis is a clothing brand, so maybe it's a jewellery brand as well, but look how, it looks really unique. It's a little, what do you call that box clasp? Freaking gorgeous. 20 quid I paid for that. It's absolutely lush. Connie was like, had her eye on it. Okay. And it's like, let's see if you get your A-level grades next week. So, week. Yeah, I think it's next week. And then Star, Orvis American. Is that Orvis jewellery, or does Orvis, the clothing brand, do some jewellery? Hello, Star. Yeah, do you like that bangle? So also, did you have any good Etsy sales over the weekend, Star? Sorry, I freaking love this. Chunkamunka. And I put it, oh God, I love it. Just love it. I love the weight. I love the T-bar. I just got back from the post office. I haven't tested, I'm assuming that's amethyst there, because the T-bar is weighting itself, and the T-bar has full UK hallmarks on it. The chain is just 925. And I said to him, do you know the weight? And he said, yeah, it's about 80 grams. And I was like, okay. And he said 80 quid. And he said, oh, I'll do it for 60. And I was like, right, let's have a look at this thing. I said to Connie, I know it'd be proper chav grandma if I wore that, but, So, 60 quid, chuffed to bits. It's actually 84 grams. Well, I'll let you know when it sells what it goes for, but yes, I love. That's the sort of thing you can get at the boot. So I put my shop on holiday for half a day, turned it back on, and sales have started to resume as normal. So no idea what that was all about. It's that old thing, isn't it, that did the algorithm think that there's excuse me, had been some movement with your shop or something? It's just, I hate the trying to work out the algorithm bollocks. Excuse me. Hello Jane, how are you? Catching Shelley on a live must be school holes. Yeah, and they're not here actually this morning. They were at Tom's last night, so all quiet on the Western Front. Just good on you. Oh, that's it is quite. I mean, I know I'm a bitch. I've grandma. That's what Connie calls me with all my rings, but I don't want to get through a little bit. I'll see you. Thank you, John. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Hey, thank you for joining me. That's going pretty well, to be honest. I've only really been. I did pick up some more Justine to back dresses locally. Sold one already, $6.99 each. I picked them up for, and one sold for $40. I think that was on eBay. Yeah, no fees. So well chuffed with that. But mostly, I haven't done any hardcore sourcing recently. I've just been doing the boot on a Sunday, and not every Sunday. So it's going on a bit vintage. It's going all right. Oh, Lucy, if you want to shine your jewellery, use toothpaste. Yeah, I've heard about toothpaste. Yeah, it's one little trick. The stories seem much more focused these days, understandably. Thank you. There's a few people have said that, and I am feeling, I don't know, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling a bit more like my old self, and kind of don't want to, I'm too nervous to hope that I'm on a good track here, but fingers crossed, and thank you. Yeah, so give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon, no doubt. Goodbye, don't die.